Good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. Before we dive into our agenda, let's take a moment to introduce ourselves and our roles in this campaign. I'll start first. Hi, everyone. My name is DEEPTII, daughter of KANNAN, and I'm the chairperson for this campaign. My role is to guide the team, oversee the campaign's progress, facilitate collaboration, and ensure we remain focused on achieving our objectives effectively. NADIAH, would you like to go next?
Good morning, everyone. I am NADIAH, the program coordinator for this campaign. My responsibility is to design and manage the activities planned under our campaign. This means overseeing the schedule, ensuring each activity is aligned with our objective, and coordinating with all stakeholders involved. I will also work to ensure we meet deadlines and the campaign runs smoothly from start to finish.
Thank you, NADIAH. ALIAH, would you like to go next?
Hi everyone, my name is ALIAH and I am the treasurer for this campaign. My main focus is on financial management. I'll be creating the budget, ensuring all the expenses are tracked accurately, and allocating resources wisely. I will look also for potential sponsors and funding opportunities to support our campaign's activities. Effective financial planning will be key to ensuring the success of this campaign.
Thank you so much, ALIAH. And finally, Anis, over to you.
Hi everyone, my name is Anis and I'm the Publicity and Marketing Coordinator for this campaign. My role involves promoting our campaign to a wider audience throughout various channels. I'm focusing on creating engaging social media content, designing promoting materials, and planning outreach strategies. I'll also ensure that our message reaches the public and stakeholders effectively to maximize participation and support.
Thank you, everyone, for your introductions. Now let's move on to our agenda for today. As we are all aware, we previously discussed this topic during our idea pitching session. Today, we will take it a step further by developing a detailed plan and executing it under the theme, which is limited educational access among orang Asli communities. Our agenda for this meeting includes, first, defining the objectives and rationales of our campaign. Second, identifying our target group, outlining the activities to be included, assessing their feasibility in terms of time, budget, and manpower, and last but not least, finalizing the campaign timeline. Let's begin with the first agenda, which is defining the objective of our campaign. From my perspective, the three main objectives are, first, to raise awareness about the challenges orang Asli communities face in accessing quality education, focusing on socio-economic and cultural barriers. Second, to promote community-driven solutions by collaborating with local leaders and stakeholders. Last but not least is to advocate for equitable educational opportunities by working with policymakers and NGOs to improve resources and policies tailored to the needs of these communities. NADIAH, do you have anything to add or adjust here?
Thanks, DEEPTII. I agree with the objective and want to add to them. I believe our campaign should also aim to foster direct dialogue with the orang Asli communities. Engaging with them firsthand will give us better insights into their specific challenges and priorities. For example, we can identify the kinds of resources they lack, whether it's school supplies, trained teachers, or even basic access to schools. By including their input, we can make sure our campaign meets their needs.
That's a great point, NADIAH. ALIAH, what's your take on this?
I completely support these objectives. I appreciate Fatin's point about direct engagement. From the financial standpoint, one of our objectives could also include creating partnerships with organizations that already work with orang Asli communities. This can help us pool resources and minimize costs while expanding our impact. For instance, if we collaborate with local NGOs or education-focused initiatives, we can also stretch our budget further while meeting the campaign's goals.
Excellent input, Alia. Anis, do you have anything else to add?
Yes, I do. I fully agree with the objective, and I would like to emphasize that the importance of awareness. Many people outside this community are unaware on the struggle of orang asli children faced in oppressing education. Throughout our campaign, we could tell their story and use picture or infographic to help others understand. For example, we could share real story from the children or show the important fact about their struggles. This will not only raise awareness but also encourage people to take action.
Fantastic points, everyone. Now, let's move on to the rationale of this campaign. From my perspective, raising awareness about the barriers preventing orang asli communities from accessing quality education is important because it mobilizes support and also creates urgency among policymakers and the public. It also helps build empathy and drives the adoption of effective long-term solutions. Fatin, what do you think about this?
I agree, and I think having a clear reason for the campaign will help us get support from key stakeholders. When people understand why this campaign is important, they are more likely to support it. For example, showing how better education can reduce poverty in orang asli communities might catch the interest of policymakers and the organizations. They could then help by providing funds or resources. What do you all think about this?
That's a good point, Fatin. From a financial perspective, the rationale should also highlight the economic benefits of investing in education for these communities. Education leads to a better job opportunities, which in return improves the economic status of families and reduce dependency on external aid. Presenting these kinds of data can make our case more compelling to potential sponsors or partners.
I do like to add that storytelling is really important. A good story makes our campaign more relatable and memorable. By sharing real story of orang asli children overcoming challenges, we can help our audience to feel more connected. This emotion connection will encourage people to get involved, whether by volunteering, donating, or supporting changes in policy.
Thank you for all those excellent points. It's clear we're aligned on the importance of this campaign. For our target group, I believe the focus should be on orang asli children and their families. Do you all agree with me?
Yes, I couldn't agree more deeply. The orang asli children are the ones most directly affected by limited access to education. So, they should be our main focus. However, we should also consider their families and communities as their support and involvement are crucial for any long-term educational initiative.
I agree as well. Engaging the families and the broader community will help create a more sustainable impact. It's more important that we address the root causes of the barriers to education, which often lie within community social economic context.
Yes, I am fully agree. In addition to focusing on the children, we should also engage the community and parents to build a sense of ownership and responsibility toward education. By promoting awareness and support, we can encourage everyone to take action, make sure this campaign has a lasting impact beyond just the children.
Great, thank you all. Now, let's discuss the activities to be included in our campaign. In my opinion, the campaign will include first, community workshops to engage directly with orang asli families, discussing education barriers and solutions. Second, an awareness campaign through social media, flyers and posters to reach a worldwide audience. Next is collaboration with local schools and NGOs to facilitate educational drives and resource distribution. Last but not least is educational events, such as storytelling and art exhibitions to highlight the importance of education. These activities will definitely raise awareness by engaging the community using diverse media channels and involving key stakeholders to ensure lasting impact. What are your thoughts on these activities?
I completely agree with these activities. I think I would suggest adding interactive elements to the workshop, such as Q&A sessions or maybe group discussions, because I believe this will make the engagement more meaningful and ensure that we get feedback from the community about what they need.
I agree as well with your point, DT. These activities are well rounded, but we should also consider a timeline and resource allocation for each one. For example, when we collaborate with local NGO, we might need to identify which partners are best suited for specific activities, such as resource distribution or organizing workshops.
Yes, I am agreed too. I think this activity are well to one thing that I would add to ensure that the education event like storytelling and art exhibition also have a clear message or theme related to campaign objective. This will help make sure the event more impactful and align with our overall goal.
Great answers, everyone. Now, we can move on to the feasibility of our campaign. In my point of view, assessing the feasibility of the campaign in terms of time, budget, and manpower involves evaluating the resources required for each activity. Given the limited time frame, the campaign will need to focus on high impact, low cost initiatives such as leveraging social media for awareness and organizing community workshops. The budget will primarily cover materials like flyers, posters, and logistic supports for workshops and events. In terms of manpower, volunteers from local schools, NGOs, and community leaders will be essential to ensure a smooth execution. What are your thoughts on this?
I agree with this approach. To ensure the campaign remains feasible, we should prioritize activities that require fewer resources but still provide significant value. For instance, social media outreach can be very cost effective and workshops can often be hosted with minimal resources, relying on community involvement.
Yes, I agree. I believe we can stretch our budget further by seeking in-kind contributions from partners or sponsors. For instance, local business may be willing to donate printing service for flyers or materials for workshop. This will help us to stay budget while still delivering on our objective.
And I am also agree, and I think that we should use the digital tools and platforms to maximize our reach with minimal cost. Online platforms like social media, blogs, and blog content can be incredibly effective in raising awareness and engaging the wider community.
Excellent suggestions, everyone. Let's now discuss the campaign timeline. I was thinking the campaign timeline will span 3 months, starting with awareness building activities, followed by community engagement workshops, and concluding with educational events. This timeline allows us to have sufficient time for each phase while maintaining momentum throughout the whole campaign. What do you guys think?
That timeline works for me. However, we should ensure that the workshops are spaced out to allow enough time for reflection and adjustments based on the community feedback. This way, we can make the most of each session.
I agree. The timeline should also take into account the potential for delays in securing fundings or sponsorships. So having a buffer for foreseen encounters will be also helpful.
Yes, I think that timelines look good. We can start with the awareness campaign and social media outreach earlier to build a segment for workshop and education event. The key is to keep a steady flow of engagement and informing throughout the entire campaign.
Thank you, everyone. So here is a summarized version of what we have discussed earlier. Our 3-month campaign will focus on raising awareness about the barriers to education faced by Orang Asli communities, promoting community-driven solutions and advocating for equitable opportunities. Our target group will be Orang Asli children and families. Activities will include community workshops, social media campaigns, collaborations with schools and NGOs, and storytelling events. The campaign will then prioritize high-impact, low-cost initiatives, leveraging volunteers to ensure effective execution within the budget and, of course, the timeline. Are there any final thoughts or suggestions you all want to add in?
No, for me, I believe everything has been covered.
Yeah, I also agree that with Nadi, I have no anything to add, and I'm excited to move forward.
And I am also ready to start, and I'm looking forward to for the next step.
All right. So just a short reminder of our rules again. I will be the chairperson to guide the team and oversee the campaign's progress. Fatin Nadia, as program coordinator, will finalize the activity plans and outline the structure of our workshops. ALIAH, on the other hand, as treasurer, will work on securing funding and identifying potential sponsors. And Anis, as publicity coordinator, will start preparing promotional materials and the social media strategy.
Thank you, Deepti. I will begin drafting detailed plans for the workshops, ensuring they are interactive and incorporate community feedback. I will also coordinate with ALIAH to align the schedule with the budget and with Anis to address promotional requirements. Oh, and I will ensure a checklist of tasks is prepared for review by the next meeting. Please feel free to share any additional ideas or suggestions. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepti. I will finalize the budget, release expenses, and start reaching out to sponsors and partnership. I will work with Fatin to align the activities of our financial constraint. If you have any sponsor contacts, please share and I will update to you to the next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepti. I'll prepare promoting materials, finalize the social media strategies, and align messaging with our objective. I will collaborate with Fatin Nadia on event promoting and share the draft by the next meeting. Feel free to share the content idea. Thank you.
So everyone, let's aim to complete these tasks by next week so we can finalize our planning and begin implementation. Thank you all for your time and valuable contributions. Let's reconvene next week to finalize everything. Thank you once again.